send now the link regarding the quiz. Okay? So we will have the quiz. Take note, the quiz will be all about prime and composite numbers. So it will be about prime and composite numbers. So wait a minute. I will have to okay, look at the chat box. I already sent the quiz. You may now start with the quiz. Take note that will only be good for 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, we will have to discuss the okay, we will have to discuss the lesson that we had yesterday. It is all about fraction. Thank you, sir. Goodbye, sir. Have you seen the quiz? So how many students do we have? Two. Okay. So Indan, 2, 3, Hani and I mean Sandara, 5, Aaron, 6, Mark, 7, Farrell and Felicia, 9. So we only have 9 students who will take the quiz. Okay, so I will have to, if you have some questions, you may ask me, okay? I will just have to close my mic as well as my video. But if you have some questions, you may ask me the question, okay? So I am just here. I will be waiting for you to finish your quiz. So we started our quiz at about 8:10 more or less. So we will stop at 7:10. So we will stop at 7:40. I need to close my video as well as my mic because it is raining right here. It is raining right now. I cannot hear you well. Right? I was not able to have my own I was not able to purchase my headset. Sorry for that, but I will have to purchase that one. And then it so happened that it's raining outside. That is why I cannot really hear you well. Okay, so I might as well close my audio and my video. Wow. Out of 20, somebody got 17 over 20. It's easy, right? So you still have time. Just tell me if you or all of you are done already with the quiz so that we will start with the discussion regarding the previous lesson such as the fraction yesterday. So I have received four responses, Aaron, Chicha, Inda, and the other one which is Felicia. So we are still waiting for how many students are we waiting? We're still waiting for about five students. Okay, we are still waiting for five students. So Farrell, Shanessa, Mark, Annie, and Tristan. Right? So we're still waiting for. Yeah, I will have to tell you the score next week, Aaron. I will have to tell you the score next week. Okay, Shanessa, I will have to send again the quiz, okay, so that you will be able to take it, okay? So I will have to send again the quiz. You still have time, Shanessa. You can still take the quiz. You actually still have time. So you may look at the chat box. Okay, you can look at the chat box now, Shanessa. I already sent the quiz, the link for the quiz. Aaron, I will have to give the scores next week on Tuesday. On Tuesday, okay? So again, before you submit or before you click the submit form or submission form, something like that from the Google form, you need to double check your paper or your answer. So those that I have received from your classmates, the responses that I received from your classmates, the scores are 17, 16, 12, and the other one, I forgot the other one. The other one is 6. So I do not know what happened for this one. For the one who got 6. Okay. Don't worry, I will double check your answers, okay? I will double check your answers, especially the answers, the fill in the blank. Okay? I will have to double check the answers for the fill in the blank and other one. Okay, especially the fill in the blank. I think some of your answers might not be the same with the answer that I wrote. Okay, that is why I need to double check. But for now, I'm sorry about that one. But for now, I only received five responses wherein the scores are 17, 16, 12, and 6. So two of those who submitted their response got 17. The other one is 16, one got 12, and is 6. Okay, I'm sorry about that one. I be easily distracted. Uh I can also be easily what do you call that one? there is this if there is something that might uh that may have a sound in anywhere here, I will be shocked. I will have I do not know what to say. I was actually shocked when my daughter, she's actually upstairs and she's doing something. I think something fell from, or something fell from the floor that I to the floor. That is why there is this loud noise. Okay, who is this? Farrell and Felicia. I am looking at the ceiling fan. It's a ceiling, I think it's not a ceiling fan, but rather it's a wall fan. Ah, it's actually a wall fan. There is Farrell. So it's not, wow, you have so many. What is that, Farrell, on your wall? Is that a gun? Is that a gun on your wall? Yeah. Ah, wow, it's a collection. It's a collection of guns. Rifle, right? I think it's a rifle. Okay. So,
Miss
yeah.
Amira,
Yes, Mark.
yes, I'm having a problem in the question here. It
What
doesn't very
number?
clear for me for the number three on prime and composite number. What should I do with these?
What is it, Mark? What is it,
Number
Mark?
three, the sum
Number
of
3.
320 and 425 if
What is the question? Can you read it for me? The sum of 320 and
fine. Okay.
425 gives a blank number. Ah, okay. So your answer can be prime or composite. Your answer can be prime or composite. Just choose among the just choose between prime and composite. You need to add 320 and 425. Upon having the sum, you need to analyze whether the sum is actually a prime number or a composite number. So your answer should only be prime or composite. Okay? Is that
Yes,
clear?
should be prime or composite. So I just need to just
Right.
addition then just plus
Yeah,
it.
you just need to write composite or prime.
Yeah, but to figure that out, I need to find a trick here. Well,
Yes,
20
the trick here is for you
and
to add
425. Should I
and
do
320.
do I need to just 320 plus 425?
Yes. Then after that, upon having the
Like
sum of
300.
320 and 425, you need to determine whether it is a composite number or a prime number.
Okay.
Okay, no problem, Mark. Audrey, okay. Audrey, I will
Hold
have
on,
to
I'm
send,
so
yeah, I will have to send the,
Yara done, miss.
yeah, okay, I will look at it.
Confused.
I already
Hold on,
sent
my
the
headset.
quiz to the chat box, Audrey. You may look at the chat box so that you can take the quiz. You may look at the chat box so that you can take the quiz. Okay, I will look upon those who submit. Yes. I will, okay, I received the responses of 7 students. I received the responses of 7 students. How many students do we have right now? We have, we're still waiting for Tristan, Honey, Shanessa, Noel, and Audrey. Noel, you may look at the chat box. Have you seen the chat, the quiz, Noel?
I have done the quiz, miss.
Yes, miss.
Okay, Tristan. I I will
I
look at
have
your,
the quiz, Miss.
have you seen the quiz, Noel?
Yes.
Okay. You still have time. I will look upon Tristan's response. Okay, Tristan, I saw your response. I already saw Tristan's response. So I
I'm so
received
confused
8
about number
responses.
3. The composite and prime. Can you please mention it again? It's so hard to say. What is this? What is?
Okay. Again, you need to add 320 and 425. Upon getting the sum between 425 and 320, you need to determine whether the sum is a composite number or a prime number. So, for example, 320 and 425 is 745. What is 745? Is it a prime number or a composite number? So, you only need to write composite or prime. You only need to write composite or prime. Is that clear? So we're still waiting for the 5 students to submit their responses. So those responses that I received is actually quite okay, except for those 2 responses which is a little bit low. So I am telling you to please double check your answers. Double check your answers upon submission of your response or your quiz. Okay, we still have 1 more minute. So after that one, we will continue with our lesson. So I will look upon it. How many responses? Oh, we still
But
have 8.
wait, I'm not done yet.
You're not
I'm so
done
confused.
yet. Okay, we will wait for you, okay? And then the other students as well. Okay, are you done? Nine responses. Tristan, Honey. Okay. So maybe I as no, it's Mark. As Mark is still right answering the question or the quiz, we might as well continue, okay? We might as well continue with our lesson yesterday. So for all those who are absent yesterday, we were able to discuss fraction. We were able to discuss fraction. So for all those who are with me before, like Inda, Noel, I know they already know about fraction, right? They already know about fraction as well as Honey. I think it's Honey is also with me before. So they learned fraction, but still, we continue with fraction since when I asked yesterday, some of them cannot remember. I think, right, Inda? Some of them cannot remember the lesson already. Okay, so I look upon this is different. Okay, wait for a while. It's different PowerPoint presentations from, okay, PowerPoint presentations from the internet. So I saw this PowerPoint presentation wherein we are going to use this one for our discussion. So this one, I might as well have to share the screen for this one. Okay. Can you see the slide? So this slide was taken from the internet. Okay. It is all about fractions. It is an activity wherein we are going to introduce quarters. So if you look at this circle, this square, as well as this rectangle, they are all in fraction. So what is actually fraction? Okay. Okay, this one. I have this one with me. The definition of fraction, right? I have the definition of fraction. Okay, wait a minute. I forgot that I actually, okay. I will have to stop sharing first this one. Okay, wait a minute. We're still waiting for Mark, by the way. Okay.
I'm so kind of
Yeah.
confused and
So I
worried
have
about the
it now
prime
with
number.
me. I'm going to share this one. Okay, this one. So this one, can you see this? Can you see the slide? So this is all about fraction. Oh. So we might as well know, okay, what is fraction. So before that, you can see that this is how we write fraction. Okay, so fractions represent the division of the numerator. The numerator is the number above the line, right? It is the number above the line by the denominator, wherein the denominator is a number below the line. Or it is just the same as 4 divided by 5. 4 over 5 is just the same with 4 divided by 5. Or 4/5 or 4 over 5 or 4 divided by 5 are all the same. So the numerator is the top number or tells us how many such pieces are being considered. Wherein the denominator is the bottom number, or it tells us how many congruent or equal pieces the whole is divided into. So if you look at the pizza yesterday, the one that we have watched from the internet, which was taken from YouTube, you can see that a fraction is actually a part, okay, a part of a whole. How many times you divided equally the whole will be your denominator. It will be your denominator, wherein the numerator will be in you are actually the part wherein it was already taken from the whole. So that is the numerator. Okay. So what is a fraction? A fraction are one or more parts of a whole that is divided into equal parts. Fractions can represent numbers less than 1 or equal to 1. So the highest number for the fraction is actually equal to 1 or by the way, it is not the highest number, but it should be greater than 1 because there is this mixed number or there is this fraction wherein we can have a quotient of more than 1 or greater than 1. So the whole can be broken up into regions or segments. And then, how does denominator control a fraction? How does the denominator control a fraction? If you share a cake evenly among two people, you get 1/2. So this is the cake, right? The circle, which is considered as which is represented as a cake. So if you get this pink, okay, if you get this pink colored part, then you got 1/2 or 1/2 parts of the whole. So this is called 1/2. So this whole was being divided into 2. Each part will give you 1/2 or 2. And then if you share a cake evenly among 3 people, you will get 1/3 or 1/3. Take note, this pink colored part is the 1/3. It is what you call the 1/3 part. And then if you look at it, there are 3 parts divided equally. So each part will be 1/3. Okay, if you share a cake evenly among 4 people, you get 1/4 or 1/4. Take note, look at this. The whole has been divided into 4. Each part will give us 1/4 part, or it is a 1/4 share. Okay, so conclusion is the larger the denominator, the smaller the pieces. Okay, look at this. 2, 3, and 4. Among 2, 3, and 4, 4 is actually the largest number. And then if you look at the colored part, you can see that as the number grows bigger, okay, as the number goes bigger, the pieces become smaller. Okay, as the number goes bigger, the parts become smaller. 2 is bigger than 3 and 3 is bigger than 4. So 1/2 should be or can be bigger than 1/3, then 1/3 is bigger than 1/4. So if the numerator is kept fixed, the larger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Take note, all of the denominators is, I mean, all the numerators is equal to 1. So you can simply look at the 1 part of the whole. So it was divided into 2. You get 1 part of it. Look at how big it is. Then it was divided into 3. You get 1 part of this. Then you look at the ones that you have get, which was being shaded. You can see that it is much smaller than 1/2. Then you get a whole divided by 4. You can see that the pieces becomes smaller. The pieces becomes smaller. Okay. So equivalent fractions are fractions that represent the same amount, but they have different numerators and denominators. You can multiply or divide the numerator and denominator by the same number, to get an equivalent fraction. So 1/2 is equals to 2/4. How does 1/2 become? How does 1/2 equal to 2/4? Because it has become equal to 2/4 by simply multiplying 2/2, or the same number from numerator and denominator. So 1 times 2 will give us 2, while 2 times 2 will give us 4. That is why 1/2 and 2/4 is just the same. Okay? So in the following picture, we have 1/2 of a cake because the whole cake is divided into 2 equal parts and we only have one of those parts. Okay, look at this. So this colored blue is actually divided into 4, but then again, if you look at it, 2/4 is being taken out and the remaining part is also 2/4. But if I analyze this one, 2/4 is also the same with 1/2 or 1/2. I will just simply consider this part as one part and then the other one is also one part. Okay, so we still have time. And then, how do we find the equivalent fraction? We can find the equivalent fraction by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the same number. Okay, look at this. 3 is the numerator and 3 is the denominator. If you really look at it, 3/3 or 3/3 is equals to 1. That is why we need to multiply, we need to make our numerator and denominator the same. What was being written for numerator should also be written for denominator. They should be always equal. They should have the same number because by that alone, that would give us 1. It is as if there is not, there is no, what do you call this one? We did not add any different numbers from 1/3, but rather we simply try to get the equivalent fraction, or we try to look upon the number which can give us a greater value compared to 1/3, or a greater number compared to the lower number for being represented by 1/3. Because maybe someday or there will be times that you will see a number which is a little big, and then you will get confused upon seeing that this big number can also be the same with this small number, and then you will actually know that it was actually get through multiplying same numerator and denominator. Okay, or you can multiply, or you can also divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number. The same number, 4/4 or 3/3, they are all, take note, they are all equal to 1. They are all equal to 1. Okay, so what number was multiplied by the numerator and the denominator to get the new equivalent fraction? Look at this. So this is 1/2, right? This is 1/2. What number did we multiply to this 1/2 to get the new numerator? I mean to get the new fraction. What do you think? What did we multiply to 1/2 to get 2/4?
Multiply by 2.
Very good. 2 divided by 2, or 2/2, because 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 times 2 is 4, and that would give us 2/4 or 2/4. Very good, Inda. Okay, look at this. These are all fraction wherein we are trying to multiply it with a bigger number to make the smaller fraction becomes a little big fraction, right? Bigger number fraction. Look at this. So 3/5 or 3/5 is also equals to 12/20. How? Because we simply multiply 3/5 by 4/4. We simply multiply 3/5 by 4/4. Okay? So this is how we do it. This one. Look at the drawing. You can actually look at the drawing. This just was being divided into smaller pieces, while this one is being divided into 3 or into bigger pieces. 3 bigger pieces and smaller equal pieces. Just the same. If I am going to erase all of these lines and then look at the upper picture, I can see that they are just the same. Okay. 2/3 can be equal to 6/9 by simply multiplying 3/3. Look again at the picture. You can see the picture. They are just the same. Okay? You can actually see the difference. And then by simply looking at the picture, you can now be able to visualize, right? You can now be able to visualize the difference. Okay? And then this one. So 6/7 can be equal to 54/63. Most of the time, take note, most of the time we were given this bigger fraction, bigger number fraction, and then they will tell us, okay, get the least, okay? Get the least fraction that you can get from this number. So we will have to find a number that we can divide these numbers into same numbers, okay? Same numbers, so that we can be able to get the smallest fraction that we can, smallest number fraction that we can get from these numbers, okay? So given the new denominator, can you find the missing numerator? We simply multiply the 6 by 9. That is why we were able to get 54. So it should be should have an animation so that you will not see the answer yet. So we will try to have this kind of activity later on or next meeting. Okay? So you have some questions about this topic regarding the fraction? Do you have questions regarding fraction? Later on, we will have to, yes, Mark, okay, I will look upon it. Later on, we will talk about addition of fraction, subtraction of fraction. By the way, for addition of fraction, we may have to add a fraction which has the same denominator and different denominator. Same with subtraction of fraction having the same denominator and different denominator. Because if that is the case, they will have different approach in solving the fraction, especially for addition and subtraction of fraction. Okay, do you have some questions? Anyone?
No, miss.
No, are you all sleepy now? Okay, so we will have to continue our lesson next meeting.
I'm
Yes.
still active. So I can still, so I'm not sleepy until 11 o'clock.
Huh? What? I will have to close the quiz later on.
I cannot. Well, I done at least.
Okay. See you. Okay. So we will see each other again on Tuesday.
But
Thank
I'm
you
not
very
very
much,
sleepy,
everyone,
so
for
I can
coming.
do
Yes.
something else.
Yes. Bye-bye, everyone. Oops. See you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.